Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot. I hope you can hear me because I still haven't gotten my new equipment. This reading is for Sunday, November 13th. I don't have a calendar in front of me, so I have to memorize the date, which shouldn't be that hard. But anyway, and Monday the 14th, I think I'm right about the dates. And we have interesting stuff going on in the sky. There's been lots of trines with the planet Neptune. So I think Venus trined Neptune a couple of days ago. Mercury, I believe, is getting ready to trine Neptune in a day or two. And then in the middle of the week, the Sun trines Neptune. So there should be lots of good imagination energy going on. And of course, the negative side of that is confusion and not knowing what's real and what's not real. So I love Neptunian energy myself. It rules like music and the ocean and movies and glamour. And I'm not into glamour like lipstick kind of glamour, but like fairy glamour, like, just, okay, this is going to be hard to explain. So I'm just going to move on to my quote. I love this quote. This is from a physicist. I believe he's passed on. I don't know when he said this, but British, obviously, because his name was Sir Arthur Eddington. And someone asked him, what he thought about, what runs the universe or whatever, some question like that, which is obviously kind of unanswerable. And he said something unknown is doing we don't know what. And I thought, that's perfect. I agree with that. So there's a scientist with a sense of humor for you. Okay, so I pulled the cards, and looks like we've got kind of a jumble here. So let's see what I can make out of them. And this one was on the bottom, and it kept wanting to come out, and I didn't want it. But I took it anyway because it kept insisting. So we have the Ace of Swords, which is generally a new creative idea coming in. And that's a good thing. But for some reason, I'm feeling like there's going to be a bit of struggle getting this idea off the ground. And I don't know why I was resistant to this card, but I think that's why. The sword looks a little heavy, okay? But ideas are good, right? So the first card I drew, and so many came out in the reverse, and I think I'm doing reversals tonight because of all the Neptunian energy. I think we're kind of feeling 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Or like I like to say, half of one and 6 dozen of the other with Neptune energy. But anyway, the first card I draw is the Eight of Cups, and you can see in the upright, this is Psyche walking away. This is a card, and since it's in the reverse, sometimes I feel like when they're in the reverse, they're easier. But since we're in Scorpio season, I'm feeling like this is more intense. This is like double walking away. So this is a sadness, something that you're forced to walk away from, that you don't want to let go of, but it's time. And since we're coming out of Scorpio season with so many planets having been in Scorpio, I feel like it has been a period of letting go and, in a way, mourning the past. And then I drew the moon in reverse. There's the three-headed, I love the three-headed dog. Is that Cerberus? I think. And I love that she's got, the moon has 3 phases, so she's got the 3 faces of the moon goddess. And she's upside down. So to me, this is really like your subconscious energy sort of taking over. You might just be sitting there and a mood comes on you, or you say something you didn't know you were going to say, or someone you haven't thought of in a long time pops up. And things may seem a little like you're a little unsure about what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Because then I get the Five of Swords. And this is usually a card of conflict. This isn't so much a battle in this deck as it is kind of an idea that you have, but it's not going to be as easy as it looks. You can tell he's a little intimidated by you know, it's a creative idea again. Fives are movement, but it's not going to be easy. And did I just put this? No, I've got to stop doing this. Yeah, this was in the reverse. And again, instead of it feeling easier, I feel like it's going to be even more of a kind of a mental struggle. So there may be a little argument with someone or inside your own head, like, what am I doing? Why did I do that? Why did I say that? But then we get the Eight of Wands, and this is really good. This is incoming information and, you know, vital energy, like the feeling of wanting to accomplish something, kind of your juju coming back, which has been gone for a while, at least for me during the Scorpio season. Oh my goodness. And I was just going to say something about this. Oh, I think this is the upcoming Sagittarius energy because, excuse me, I just made a weird noise in my mouth there. Scratching my lip. I think, let's see, Venus and Mercury are moving hand in hand into Scorpio, or Sagittarius, in like a week. I should have written that down, like I was going to remember it this late. Anyway, very shortly, they move into Sagittarius, and then I think on what, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, something like that, the sun moves into Sagittarius. I feel like this is when this is going to come. I'm so waiting for the Sagittarius energy. We could use it. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Here comes some fire energy, some wand energy. So there is energy and movement and information coming in. Yes. But then I drew the Seven of Swords. So here comes the sneaky guy. And this is when the cards are telling us that we need to use diplomacy and tact. And if we have to have a conversation with someone, be very careful what we say. Don't let our emotions run away with us. Watch what you say. And be very discerning about what other people tell you also. Don't believe everything you hear. Okay, then I drew the Queen of Swords, okay, and she's in the opposite. She's upside down. So here comes some idea in your head that you really identify with. And you really think this is, you know, right on the money, and you're stuck to your thinking, you're going with it, and then you find out you're pouring water upside down, and it may not be the best idea after all. So again, I would not only question other people's ideas, but this whole reading is kind of telling me, question your own thoughts right now, because we're just coming out of all that Scorpio energy. And you might be a little battle scarred, you know, kind of you're emotional. And then we get the Wheel of Fortune. Thank goodness it's in the upright. So I think a change for the positive is coming. And I think we're going to move out of all this heavy, watery Scorpio emotional energy into something a little brighter, a little more forward thinking, and a little more active. Okay. And then we get another card upside down. All these swords, all this thinking. The Ten of Swords is usually, you know, the end of something. It's like, okay, this idea is just plain dead. You know, it's over. It's over. But it's in the reverse. So I feel like, again, there may be some kind of an ending that we've had to endure, or that's coming up very shortly, or that we're in the middle of, that we don't want to let go of. And that relates back to the Eight of Cups in reverse, where she's walking away, but since it's in the I keep saying upright, upside down, she doesn't want to leave it. And I feel like the Ten of Swords is telling me the same thing. It's like, this idea is dead. This whole line of reasoning or whatever you've been doing is done now. Time to let go. But we don't want to. So do I want to, let's go to the Oracle cards and see if they can help us. Okay, several want to come out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, time to go. Time to go. I love this card. It's sad for me. because it was drawn in a personal reading for me when my husband was still alive, and I knew what it meant. But it's not a bad card because there's kind of star confetti. She's in a ball gown, you know, she's got her taffeta, not taffeta, what do you call that? Chiffon. God, I haven't seen chiffon in, I don't know, 40 years. And there's a doorway ahead of her. So even though it looks like it's kind of cloudy and she's not quite sure exactly where she's going, there is a destination. This is the perfect card, I feel, for this right now. The one beneath it wanted to come out too. No, I don't like that one. I know you're not supposed to pick and choose, but I wasn't sure. So I'm going to shuffle. If it comes out again, it comes out again. It did not. Okay. It didn't feel right to me. Okay, we get Observer. So this is a good card for coming out of Scorpio season, because Scorpio immerses you in your emotions, and when you're in your emotions, it's difficult to be objective about anything. And this is telling us to be objective, to you know, foxes are pretty cunning, and it's telling us to take a step back from the moon energy, from the subconscious energy, from the water energy, from your emotions. Take a step back and think about things. And again, your thoughts might be kind of all over the place or not pleasant, or maybe you can't even trust what you're thinking right now. So just step back. And I really feel like this one card, this time to go, just for me wraps up the whole reading. It really is time to let go of something and move on. Not always fun, not always easy. Now that song, what was it, the 11 Spoonful? I know I date myself. Yeah, I'm old. Did you ever have to make up your mind? Remember that song? He says it's not often easy and not often kind. Did you ever have to make up your mind? I actually love that song. That came out when I was like 11, maybe 10. I don't know, but I think it's a good song. Check it out if you're not into late 60s, early to mid 70s music. Best music in the world, bar none. Although I do love Sharon Van Etten, who just a new video popped up on her channel. I forget what it was called. Something about dying. It's beautiful. If you've never heard Sharon Van Etten, VAN capital ETTEN. Oh my God, I love her. So anyway, this has been the reading for around the 13th and 14th of November. Can't believe it's so late in the year already. This is White Birch Tarot, and please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons if you want to, and I will talk to you later. Thank you. Good night.